Marshall skips away. Marshall skips away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing.
Bennett and the Dragons win the grand final.
Whips that one away, and Kane Williamson and his team now World Test Champions.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the TGIF podcast. Thank God it's footy. Last episode of the year, last week of the year. How are we shaping up apart from the fucked foot?
Yeah, sort of done my footing a little bit down at the beach today. You know, one of the joys of wandering around in bare feet in the summer. Got myself a nice little blood blister on the bottom of the foot. And, you know,
Face to face with the pole?
Yeah, walking a little bit weird. Now the ankle's sore, and then you start to limp, and then the hip gets sore. And, I think I'm just falling apart a wee bit. But you're right, into the last week of the year, rolling on in. We've had Christmas. You know, we've eaten lots of ham. Eating lots of food in general. Lots has been eaten over the last 3 or 4 days. Sort of, you know, as you said, Christmas is done. We're into the new year now. Very controversial, I think, that you guys have gotten rid of your Christmas tree this close to Christmas. Big advocate, and I believe there's a certain date you're supposed to take the tree down. But as far as I'm aware, it's in the new year. So I don't know if you can classify the New Year's. I guess you can. It is its own holiday, but you know it's kind of lumped in there with your Chrissy. You know,
Christmas and New Year's.
Christmas and New Year's
often lumped together.
You know, so but yeah, you've done your majority of your celebrations. We're heading towards the new year, 2024. Last show of the year for us. Still plenty of things going on behind the scenes in the rugby league world. First of all,
some sad news.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 2 players from the NRL world passing away in the last week or so. Carl Webb, first of all, there. I believe that was last week there. Motor neuron disease, I think it was. Yeah. So, always sad to see. And then Troy Duggan passed away, I think, on Christmas Day.
Over in the Cook Islands. Bit of a motor vehicle accident. So yeah, it's some pretty sad news in the rugby league community there this week, which sucks. But yeah, look, rest in peace to those 2 fellas. Taken far too young, both of them.
Yeah, sad. No,
particularly
Troy.
Troy.
Nice, yeah. More sad news, I guess, a different type of sad news. Kangaroos.
Still atop those.
Somehow, yeah, coming up top still of those rugby league rankings. Even after the record defeat. There in, September, October, I think it was.
Yeah, a couple of months ago now. No, maybe November.
Maybe November, actually, yeah.
Into November there, but good old-fashioned shellacking, as we like to say, but didn't seem to do anything to those rankings, which was, don't know, pretty disgraceful stuff, really, if you think about it, if you're analysing it deeply, as a Kiwis fan particularly.
Yeah, you'd think that the Kiwis would have been able to jump up there, you know, after the win there, taking them out, but maybe we have to wait and see how it goes next year.
Probably have to rack up a few more.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly how far behind we are there, but it is a little bit interesting. It's not what you expect after a big loss like that. Some good news coming out of your Dragons, Moses Sully.
Yeah, I like it. Extended for a few more years there, so fingers crossed we can see the best of the bloke, because he's as damaging as they come.
Very, very handy player to have around. He's damaging. He's
on his best day, he can be up there in the top handful of centres. Just yet to see his day often enough, potentially.
I think he's a very, very good player, Moses Sully. But yeah, maybe just needs to find the right system to jump into there. But yeah, extending there with you lads, so handy for you. Volkman though,
Yeah,
we've seen.
don't know if this has been officially announced by the Dragons yet, but yeah, I'm seeing that it's looking like he's going to come in, take that spot that sort of Amon has vacated in the 30 there, the halves. So bit of a battle on. Don't know if he'll jump straight into that starting 6 role, but you never know.
Yeah,
What Flano has in mind.
Yeah, not too sure. I guess we have to wait and see come the start of the year next year, if it does obviously come through. But we've seen some good signs from him out of the Warriors there. So interesting to see where he slots into the team. Yeah, like you said, does he come in and start straight away, or maybe running around in a 14 sort of role there? You know. But yeah, it could be good. Obviously, after losing a mind there.
Yeah, I think it's looking like it's going to be Flanagan Jr. or Bogman. So bit of a pre-season battle on potentially in the red V, the red and white. But yeah, some unfortunate news coming out of your side of town.
Yeah, Junior Tupou, unfortunately, being picked up there by Wayne Bennett and the Funds.
Hell of a signing.
Yeah, really good signing for them. I think he had a really good season last year. Was one of our only players I think really to have a half decent season. But yeah, really good backup there for the Dolphins. I'm sure he'll score a few tries for them. And whether or not maybe for the Tigers not being thought of, maybe Charlie Staines maybe coming in to take his place after his really unfortunate testicular injury that he suffered there last year. So who knows what the thought was there, but yeah, a little bit disappointed to see him heading off.
Yeah, disappointing. Just back on the testicular injury, that's got to be top 3 worst injuries out there, surely. Yeah, I'd say for a man,
you're probably looking at
the worst.
I'd say testicles, possibly looking at maybe like a knee for anyone can be quite bad. I've had it.
Knees are quite often quite long injuries.
Yeah,
lots of.
But I'd say if you're looking at
involved.
3 worst things to injure, you're probably looking at like maybe a testicle, an eyeball, and maybe like I don't know. Like I can imagine losing your tongue would be quite sore.
Yeah,
having your tongue cut off.
The old tooth through the lip.
I'd rather that than lose my tongue.
Yeah,
I think having the front of your tongue. I don't have a very large tongue, but losing that.
Getting your tongue trimmed, that would be. Fuck that, yeah. But Junior Tupou, snagged up by the Dolphins. Hell of a signing, hell of a loss for West. But Charlie Staines looks to come and fill that hole. Not really too much news coming out the NRL world that I've seen. Obviously, all the players probably Christmas, New Year's celebrations rather than sort of getting their contracts sussed this time of year.
And so it's everything's put on the back burner there for a wee while, and they're in relaxation mode. But this time of year, across the other side of the world, there's always plenty of round ball taking place now. The Goondem heading into Christmas, top of the tree. Now, my most recent game, a top of the table battle, Arsenal up against Liverpool, everything to play for in this one, and come away with a point. Not the worst result. It doesn't really change too much there. A draw.
Yeah, I mean, we started the game really well. Obviously awesome to score so early on in the game while the clock is still in single digits. But yeah, look, probably a fair result on the day, if not slightly lucky for our point of view. Couple of big talking points in that game. You got the non-handball call on Odegaard, which looking back on it, you have to think each time I see it, we're more and more lucky.
Worse and worse, yeah.
It does, like, look, you could probably argue that he did slip, but each time you look at his hand going like this.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good for Arsenal there. It's we're pretty lucky that we got away with that one.
Pretty lucky, and then Trent hitting the crossbar in that old 5v1 situation that Declan Rice had himself stuck in the middle of.
Plenty of those memes going around, you know, how Liverpool didn't score from here, and I don't know how they didn't manage to put the ball in the back of the net there. Really should have, you know. That's one of those ideal FIFA scenarios where you're running in 5-on-1. Maybe pull up a little L1 triangle, lob through ball, and the old acrobatic finish, maybe, you know, when you've got a bit of space there in the box like that. But yeah, really, probably were the two big moments. Good goal from Gabriel.
Yeah.
Even better goal from Salah, I think.
Yeah, it was an awesome goal from Salah. I mean, if you want to be critical, it's pretty average defending from Zinchenko. You know, if there's one thing you don't want to let Mo Salah do is cut inside on the left. But yeah, obviously, he's made a fool of plenty of defenders over the years. Zinchenko's not the first. I'm sure he won't be the last. But yeah, it was a great pass from Trent, and well taken goal by Salah. 1-1 on the day. Probably can't really complain about that, considering it did no damage to where we stood in the table. Went into Christmas top. Liverpool obviously coming out, what was it, Boxing Day their time, so that was yesterday, picking up a win. Burnley, was it they played?
I think so, yeah. And then obviously City this morning. The comeback when they're 1-0 down there at one stage.
That's true. Up against Everton.
They played Burnley 2-0 win, yeah.
2-0 up against Burnley, so that puts them back above us for the meantime, but we have an opportunity tomorrow
morning.
I'm not sure if this one is at the Emirates or London
It
Stadium.
is at home.
So yeah, look, welcoming West Ham for another London derby. Hoping to keep that streak alive, take that 3 points, go back to the top of the table for the new year. I believe that would set us in for. Don't know if anyone. Obviously their time. I think they play New Year's Eve. A couple of the teams, including us, but
it would be it'd be ideal. Yeah, come away with 3 points there. I think it'll be tough. West Ham coming in with a bit of confidence, I think.
Yeah, 2-0 up against United. It was lots of talk about how rubbish United have been and were in that game, but look, West Ham picking up that win there. Curtis, he looks like a hell of a player. He did the damage against us in that Carabao Cup game, which they
we
managed to beat us 3-1.
A little bit of revenge to
serve
dish
up.
out. Exactly, yeah. We are coming off a loss the last time we played West Ham in that cup game. Hopefully continue our theme that we seem to have in terms of the old London derbies. Continue getting through those unbeaten, back to the top of the table, and then what are we? The next game, league game, or was the next game a cup game after that?
The next game's the league game.
And
then I think the following game is
then we roll
FA
into
Cup.
a bit of FA Cup action, do we?
Up against the pool, Liverpool again in the FA Cup.
What are we looking there?
Or is that? Do we have another game before that?
I believe that's the next game. Yeah, it'll be the following Sunday. The following Monday, 5:30 a.m. Hideous. You'll be back at work by then, will you?
I'll be back at work that day, but it's all good. I don't think there'll be too many people in there to spoil the result.
They'll work from home scenario, possibly.
Potentially, yeah.
First day back of the year, I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, look, probably have to roll on in all honesty. But yeah, see what we can conjure up there. But before we get to that game, we've got another game to look forward to. New Year's Day over here at 3 o'clock in the morning. New Year's Eve over in England, so another London
2 p.m. and 3 a.m. Is there? I think we're just bang on even, aren't we, at the moment?
I looked it up and I thought it was.
I thought we were a straight 12 currently with them 3 a.m. for us.
And if we go time in London,
Jesus, they're really, I thought we were on the old 12-12 currently.
Nah, because we got the daylight savings rocking.
Yeah, true. I'm always aware of how it affects us, but not too sure if the old overseas time differences there. Okay, so they're no correct. Apologies. Either way, not a very good time for us over here in New Zealand. 3 a.m.
I'm gonna have to charge through there.
You charge
a
through
3 a.m. start.
Yeah, you charge through the New Year's party. It will not be a live viewing for me. I'm gonna have to tune in. Sort of late hours of the morning. I'm thinking first on the golf course for the 4th year in a row. Fingers crossed. So yeah, hopefully roll on in after that. Coming away maybe like a little 4-0 win up against Fulham. They got a draw off us earlier on in the year, but I think we're a different looking team currently than what we were when we first played them. So big win, couple of goals, clean sheet would be ideal way to kick off the new year.
Yeah, I mean Fulham, they're a little bit up and down. Probably one of their better days this year, the old 2-2 at the Emirates. Bit more revenge, two servings of revenge to see out the 2023 for
ideally,
actually.
Ideally.
What more can we say really? Come on, the Gunners. 6 points, round it out, take on the New Year top of the table.
That is the aim. Plenty going on now as we get into summer. The old bat and ball action, bit of the old cricket. It's all on. There's been we got a bit of Kiwi cricket action. Was that on just the other day?
Yeah, first T20 was yesterday.
First T20. We've had a little bit of Aussie-Pakistan action going on over the last few days. Obviously, first day we saw a little bit of rain there, but we're back underway now. Plenty of bat and ball.
Yeah, I believe even India are playing South Africa at the moment. If you want to keep it rolling,
I think they are. I think I've seen Deep posting something actually. Yeah, throughout the night might be a bit rough, but you could do the old 24-hour sort of test viewing, something like that.
Marathon viewing.
Finale, yeah.
Might have to tee up a third game in another time zone to make it all link up, but we've got two sussed, I suppose. Yeah, Black Caps 2-1 in the series in the one days there, but we haven't had a win since we last spoke. A loss in the one day and a loss in the first T20. Don't know if you saw either of those games.
I hadn't seen the T20, but I had seen the last one day.
Not good. Bowled out for what, 90?
Yeah.
80 or 90?
Not too flash there at all. But I haven't seen the other, no. But yeah, not really what you're after. 2 losses since we've last spoke. When's the next 2020? Must be.
I don't know.
I'm thinking Saturday. Or would it maybe be even Sunday? Tomorrow.
Third one's on Sunday. Okay.
Straight into it, eh? No rest for the wicked.
Yeah, I mean it's you put it together. It's not even an innings of a one day.
Yeah, it's a good point, I guess.
I think they can smash it out, but look.
You reckon they try and get both game 1 and game 2 same day?
I don't know about that.
They could get that going, you know, when you think about
Not
it.
if we're rocking, where are we for these games? I didn't say. Not if we're rocking
Days
Eden
and
Park
Nelson.
and,
They might just have to do the old double header. I'm thinking, you know, maybe rock both games there back to back. You know, it'd be eventful. You know, there'd be a bit of beef in that second game possibly. Could be the new way to do cricket. You know, just to you know, speed things up a wee bit.
have a series of T20s
In a day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, something to get in the cricket administrators' ears about, but not too much enjoyment for a Black Caps fan. If you've been tuning into the Boxing Day test, it's been alright. Aussie sort of started off pretty strong, but Pakistan coming back strongly as well during stages. They seem to be in with a sniff. But yeah, to be honest, I can't really see them picking up the win there unless they come out with a really strong 4 or 5 wickets early tomorrow, and they're chasing less than 300. But
Big wicket there for Aussie, obviously, right before we started recording. Steve Smith being caught on about 56, 57, I believe it was. So whether or not, I'm guessing must have been nearly done.
that was literally was the last over.
That was the last over. Okay, so it's I think you're right. If they can get a few early wickets tomorrow, then maybe they've got a chance. I think it was, what did it say? Was it 247?
The lead.
Yeah, I think something like that. So they're going to have to get a couple of early wickets tomorrow, and then get out there and have a bit of a whack. That's for sure. Try and get some runs on the board.
Yeah. They'll probably end up chasing 300 if they do well, which they're in with a shout, but
it's going to be tough.
It's tough, 4th innings up against that Aussie team, but probably the highlight for me of this test is seeing the crowd engagement with the boogies down at fine leg, down on the boundary.
Unsure.
What was really going on?
Well, definitely sure what was going on. Unsure of who it was that was sort of orchestrating it. A little bit of the old Simon Says, kind of like a bit of a Zumba class, jump jam sort of thing, you know, up the front, or not up the front, down on the ground. You know, the old, not even this really, is it? But more of just like the stretches and.
It must have started with someone stretching, and then
the whole crowd mirroring him. Yeah, all really cool to see. I think that's probably my favourite thing to come out of the cricket over the last few days as well. Seen a couple of good little montage videos of just people in the crowd being a menace as well, you know, which is always good to see at this time of the year. So I think they're probably my two favourites to come out of the cricket so far over the Christmas period.
Yep. It's a hell of a sight to see a crowd getting involved. Makes pretty much any sport more enjoyable. And speaking of a sport where the crowd gets involved, makes it more enjoyable. We've had plenty of action, have we? Or
we've had a bit of action. We had a bit of a break, but the darts was back last night. They had a 3 or 4 day break over the Christmas period, and they're back into some 3rd round action this morning. But the man that everyone's talking about, or the boy more so that everyone is talking about, 16-year-old Luke Littler, making his way into the round of 16 this morning, putting away Matt Campbell. An awesome, really awesome performance, few 180s, a lovely 164 finish there in the 4th set. And yeah, you saw at the end Matt Campbell kind of just smiling and clapping and sort of realising, you know, this kid is going to be.
He was also cheering for.
He's the real shadow. This kid, he's going to be unreal. I think whether or not he can go on and win it this year, I don't know. He hasn't really come. He's played very good players so far, but he hasn't come up against one of these big names as such yet. You know, the look of the draw is that. I think it was can't remember who it was that he played next. But if he wins his next game and then Gerwyn Price wins his next game, he will be playing Gerwyn Price in the, quarterfinal? No, he's into the round of 16, so it would be the quarterfinals, yeah. Hold on, that's the wrong one there. So he plays, where is he? He plays the winner of Jim Williams and Van Barneveld. I'm going to assume that it's Barney there, and again, that could be someone there that may freak him out a bit, but UK Open winner Andrew Gilding, he played in the second round there, nice and easy. Matt Campbell, not an easy player to go past, but if he can win his fourth round tie, come up against most likely Gizzy, and with a slight possibility that it may be Gary Anderson, it'd be awesome. And I think that would then tee him up if he beat Gerwyn, possibly a Michael Smith in the semi-final, and then Van Gerwen in the final. Looking at the way that goes, maybe. Luke Humphries maybe in the final if he can beat MBG. Either way, it's he's definitely one to watch. I think what have we got tomorrow morning? Must have another 6 games. I think they've gone down to 6 now. Being that they are first to 4 sets. We've got
4 sets of
4 sets of 3 legs. First to 3, yeah. So Hempel versus Bunting tonight. I'm going to go for Bunting. There should be an easy win. Joe Cullen up against Ryan Searle. I'm going to take Heavy Metal Searle to take that one out. Ross Smith up against Dobie. That's a tough one, but I'm going to go for Dobie. He had a very good game, I think, round 2. Possibly their highest average of the tournament, I think it might have been. Gizzy up against Brendan Dolan. Somehow I think it will be Gerwyn Price that goes through. And then we've got Humphries up against Petresco. It would be awesome to see a little upset there, but I think Humphries takes it. And then probably the best game of the day, one I'm looking forward to, Rapid Ricky Evans up against Daryl Gurney. Now I think that's going to be a very fast-paced game. I think there could be a little bit of edge to this one, and late in the evening, players might be a little bit more agitated. So I think there'll be a bit of heat to come in that one. So 6 games overnight, must have another 6 more there after that, and then we must get into the round of 16. There's still plenty more darts to have. Must be another week and a half, 2 weeks or so, until we get to the final. So whether or not we see a repeat of last year, Michael Smith versus MVG, or whether it's we do get to see Luke the Nuke. Fingers crossed that's the way it turns out. Luke the Nuke in the final there, up against MVG, something like that, and coming away with, I think it's first to 17 legs, maybe. I feel that's how it was last year. Let's just say wins by 2 legs, maybe, or wins by a set if it's still in sets. But I think it changes up there for
that'll be bringing
the
in a
final.
little dough.
If you'd gone on him first, Matt, his odds are just he's something, but you're not going to get much money for him now. I think he's 5th favourite.
Too many people getting on him.
Yeah, 5th favourite. I think the bookies have got him at now, so that's in there ahead of players that have won big TV tournaments this year already. So the world is his oyster. 16 years old. I mean, physically looks about 32, but. Good on him either way. I saw a little video of him today looking about 18 months old, and it looked like he had a 180 on one of those little magnetic dartboards there. So clearly something that he is very passionate about, and plenty more years for him to get out there and give it a go. Probably wraps it up for us this week. A little short and sweet as we're in the festive season. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, however you may do. Remember to give us a like, a 5-star, a comment, a subscription on all your social medias there. Enjoy your week ahead. Enjoy your New Year's festivities. Be safe. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. All that jazz. If you're having a punt, also do that responsibly. And we'll see you in the new year.
Sounds good to me. We'll see you next year.
Marshall skips away. Marshall skips away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing.
Bennett and the Dragons win the grand final.
Whips that one away, and Kane Williamson and his team now World Test champions.